Hey, you made it. My name's Bob Brown, and I want to say thanks for taking the time to educate yourself on the 3 things that the big bottled water companies and the soda industry doesn't want you to know about. You see, the truth is that you're throwing your money away, you're putting your health at risk, and you're harming the environment if you continue on the path that you're on right now and spending money on bottled water. And if these 3 things don't matter to you, then there's no sense watching this video any further. And I venture to say that if you're on this page right now, that one of these 3 areas resonated with you: your health, the environment, or you just flat out want to save a ton of money on what you're spending on bottled water right now. And if you'll take the time to watch these short videos below, I'm going to show you how you can get the healthiest water on the planet, you can preserve our precious environment, and you can save a ton of money in the process. So make sure you watch these videos to the very end, because if you do, I've got a special offer for you. So take care, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye now.
Water is something that every person on earth drinks every single day of their life. It makes up 72% of our bodies, and most of the time we don't even know what's in it. Isn't that kind of crazy? I spent a better part of my life drinking tap water. After all, water's water, right? And it wasn't until later in life that we started buying bottled water by the caseload. And bottled water is better for you because it all comes from natural springs up in the mountains somewhere, right? Well, at least that's what we thought. And through the education process of a water trial, we had our eyes opened up and now have the opportunity to show people the truth. There's a recent article from CNN that tells a different story about bottled water and tap water. Not many people are aware of this, but the 2 biggest brands out there, Coke's Aquafina and Pepsi's Dasani, literally use purified tap water that's just treated with a couple chemicals to change the taste. This is typical for most of the bottled waters out there. So if that's the case, then there's only really tap water. Here's that article written from CNN.com where Pepsi actually admits that their water comes from a public water source, and now they're being forced to change the labels on their bottles so that people know it's just bottled tap water. So they're making over $2 billion a year selling people the same water that they can get from their kitchen sink. As you can probably tell from the news lately, that water isn't as safe to drink as you might think. After seeing what happened in Flint, Michigan, I started looking into other cities that were being poisoned by having too much lead in their water. I found out that it's a much bigger issue than most people know, and it's just now starting to make the mainstream media. Now they're saying that cities in all 50 states have been found to have excessive lead levels, and it's only going to get worse. Most people have heard of Erin Brockovich. She's a modern-day David who has fought a huge Goliath and won when she took on the Energy Corporation of Pacific Gas and Electric. Her story was made famous in a movie about her life starring Julia Roberts. Since that time, Erin has appeared on many talk shows as a consumer advocate to raise awareness about how big an issue our tainted water supply really is. And in just a few minutes, you're going to have access to a video clip from the Stephen Colbert Show, and you can see what she thinks about the lead problem in Flint and many other cities around the U.S. today. And in this clip, she even talks about a solution, which is an ionizing water machine just like the one you're about to see here in this presentation. That's why this opportunity is here at the perfect time. People are becoming more and more aware of the issues with their tap water now that the media coverage is growing. And because of this, many have turned to bottled water. But the truth is that bottled water isn't really better for you or for the environment. The fact is that bottled water is less regulated than tap water. The Food and Drug Administration, which regulates bottled water, only requires weekly testing and does not share its findings with the EPA or the public. So, no one really knows the quality of bottled water. And according to Dr. Gina Solomon, a senior scientist at the National Defense Resource Council, there is actually no reason to believe that bottled water is safer than tap water. When I read that, it kind of blew my mind. I've been drinking bottled water for years thinking it was somehow better for me, but it's actually not. We've just been slowly brainwashed into believing that by the media and by big companies that are selling it. Now, I hate to sound like a whistleblower, but researching this stuff really opened my eyes to how the quality of water could be affecting the quality of our lives. Think about this for a second. On average, a family of 4 spends about $12,000 per year on bottled water if they're drinking the recommended 8 glasses of water per day. That same amount of tap water costs about $2 per year. That means that people spend over 2,000 times more on bottled water than they would on tap water, and they're literally drinking the exact same thing. Of course, it's convenient to grab a bottle of water at the gas station, but is it worth it? Now that's definitely something to think about. You're basically drinking tap water, so cutting out bottled water might be the way for you to cut some costs and apply that money towards something that's actually healthy for you. In fact, that's exactly what we do. We're able to show people that they can take the money that they're already spending on bottled water, coffee, soda, and sports drinks and reallocate those funds towards the healthiest water on the planet. Real quick, I'll tell you a couple more interesting facts about the bottled water industry that just might blow your mind. and then we'll talk about the product, okay? Did you know that people in the US consume 1,500 plastic water bottles every second? I bet Coke and Pepsi love that statistic, right? We use about 50 billion plastic bottles a year, and only 20% of them are recycled. Now, I don't consider myself a tree hugger or anything like that, but even I know that 40 billion water bottles a year not being recycled can't be good for the environment. And eventually, if we keep that up, it's going to cause some serious problems down the road, right? And plastic isn't just bad for the planet, it's definitely not good for you either. A lot of bottled water companies use BPA-free plastic, but there are other chemicals in the bottles that can seep out if the bottles are exposed to heat or sit on the shelf for a long period of time. No one really knows for sure what the health outcomes are, but do you really want your body to be a part of that experiment? Just something to think about. And that's why it's so important to educate ourselves on the issues that are taking place in the world that we live in, because you usually don't find out about how bad something is until it's too late, right? So what do you think about those facts about water and the bottled water industry? I was blown away when I dug into it and found out what a big business it is just bottling up tap water, spending about $12,000 a year for a family of 4 when you can get the same water out of the tap for about $2 is insane, especially when it has the exact same chemicals as regular tap water. So now that you know how big the problem is, let me present you with a solution. Okay, so during the education process of my water trial was when I learned about the different types of water people normally drink and how acidic they are on the body. And also because I was a bit of a skeptic at first, I did some research on the product to find out what was different about the water this machine produced. I found out that this medical grade machine literally produced the highest quality, alkalized, antioxidant, hydrogen-rich water in the world. It's called Kangen water, and it has some pretty amazing health benefits compared to bottled water and tap water. It's used by celebrities, athletes, and doctors to create an optimal health condition inside the body to keep them more hydrated, give them more energy, to help them sleep better, and many other benefits as well. So if all these high-performance actors and athletes use this product, why don't we even know it exists? Listen, as you can tell, I get pretty excited and a little bit passionate about this because I've seen the benefits of this device and how it's impacting lives of the people all around us. But do you want to hear what I've learned from my research of this product? I think it'll shock you as much as it did me. And after that, I'm going to show you something even more shocking, which is how you can leverage this product into a legitimate home-based business and can earn more income in a shorter period of time than you ever thought possible. That's actually the most exciting part. But don't worry, I'll get to that in a second. Just stick with me here because I want to show you what I found in my research about this amazing product. First off, I'm not a doctor, so none of this is considered medical advice, but I have done a lot of research and I understand how to use common sense and documented results to figure out what actually works. So here's what I've learned. Our body needs to have a balanced pH to function properly. When our bodies become too acidic, it can cause big problems, things like premature aging, diabetes, high blood pressure, fatigue, stress, excessive body weight, and yes, even cancer. And one of the biggest problems is the fact that many of the foods that we eat and the liquids that we are consuming are highly acidic. That's right, red meats, breads, sugar, sodas, sports drink, bottled water, and alcohol are contributing factors. And because all those foods are making people's bodies more acidic, those big problems I just mentioned are happening to more and more people, and modern medicine is failing us. So we need a solution now more than ever. So if your body becoming more acidic is what causes the problem in the first place, then helping your body get back to an alkaline state is the logical solution, right? Nobel Prize winner Dr. Otto Warburg thought so. In 1931, his research was a contributing factor in discovering the cause of cancer before it became an epidemic it is today. And he wrote a book called The Cause and Cure of Cancer that says exactly that. He said that the root cause of all cancer in general is oxygen deficiency, which is what creates an acidic environment in the body. Since then, our diets have become more acidic than ever, and the cancer rates have doubled and even tripled of what they were in the 1930s. He also said that no disease, including cancer, can exist in an alkaline environment. So according to Dr. Otto Warburg, some of the best cancer and disease prevention advice would be to give our bodies more oxygen in an alkaline environment. Here's some of the ways that you can do that. Getting back to nature is one of the ways. If you live in the city or close to freeways, you're being bombarded by toxins, chemicals, and decreasing oxygen levels on a regular basis. In the country and in nature, they have higher levels of pure oxygen and is just one way of helping the body become more alkaline. The next best thing is by cutting out acidic foods and replacing them with alkaline foods such as vegetables and fruits. And most importantly, because our bodies are made up of 75% water, it's only natural to start with cutting out acidic drinks and replacing them with healthy, clean, hydrogen-rich water to alkalize and oxygenate the body. That's the one thing that most people are missing, and Kangen water is the perfect solution to that problem. It is designed to alkalize and oxygenate the body at the cellular level, better than any other water in the world. When you begin to use Kangen water, you start to feel the clinically proven benefits of alkalized water in the body right away. That's right, the scientific name for this water is electrolyzed reduced water, created through the process of electrolysis, and there are literally hundreds of recent case studies and scientific research that supports the health benefits of this water in the body. The Kangen water machine is a certified medical device for a reason. Its ionizing process helps to clean out harmful chemicals that are in your tap water and turns it into the cleanest, healthiest water on the planet. Kangen water can change your health and your life, but so far we've only talked about one type of the drinking water that this machine produces. There are actually 5 different pH level settings on this machine that do all kinds of different things. The strong Kangen water is for cleaning food and removes oil-based pesticides. The regular Kangen water is for healthy drinking and cooking. The clean water, or neutral water, is for babies or taking medication. The beauty water is for washing your skin, your hair, and replaces toners. And the strong acidic water that is produced by this machine is hypochloric acid and kills 99% of all bacteria. Hospitals use it in wound care treatment, and it can also be used for disinfecting your home and can replace many different cleaners. So not only does this machine replace drinking tap water and bottled water, there are also settings that can be used to clean your food, make your skin and hair healthier, and even clean your house. That's some pretty powerful water, right? In just a few minutes, you'll have access to a machine and water demo that will show up just below this video so that you can see how powerful it really is without me having to go into all the details in this particular video. Okay, so by now, I think we can agree that this product is awesome, right? It produces high quality medical grade alkaline water and is used by all kinds of celebrities, athletes, and doctors. So if you only picked up this product for the health benefits alone, that in and of itself would be well worth the investment.